Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So we are testing out this little baby right here. This is the Give Me Glow Christmas Morning Palette. So I think I need some help because I've played with this palette before, but I will explain all in a second. But before we get started, my name is Ashleigh. Welcome to my channel. I have a doctorate in pharmacy and I love makeup, and that's how you get Dr. Ash and her makeup. And you already know that eyeshadow is my jam, but please just call me Ash or Ashleigh. So this right here, Christmas morning palette, it's been going around. Hey, it's Christmas season. Give Me Glow just had a big sale for Black Friday, and they re-released this palette a couple of times. So I actually got this palette on a restock. So if I am correct, this palette actually came out in Christmas time 2018. It re-premiered on Christmas 2019. I thought it was on time, but it sold out very, very quickly. So I actually got this on the restock in the end of December of 2019. So this palette actually arrived to me in January of 2020, okay? And because 2020 has just been a shit show, sorry. I actually thought I had this palette many moons ago, but I was talking and I was just like, you know, this palette gives me so much trouble. I tried it. I don't understand what I'm doing wrong. I'm not an eyeshadow beginner. I don't understand what's going on. What's wrong with me when I present this palette? I just don't get it. So I was talking to a couple of my friends about that. I tried this palette out and I was just like, I don't understand. I don't get it. I was like, I'm not an eyeshadow beginner. I just don't understand. What am I doing wrong? I even went back and looked at old videos of people using eyeshadow. And I was like, okay, I'm doing what they're doing. I use my fingers. I use synthetic brushes. I had real natural hair brushes. I had like concealer brushes. I used my Sephora glitter applicator. So I was really concerned that I had a dupe of this palette. So I did email Give Me Glow, and they responded right back and said that, you know, there's a lot of mica and these shimmers to give it, you know, that slip and the special foilness that they have, and that I should try using it with a glitter glue. And I said, okay. And I never really got a chance to try it again because when I realized this, I was talking to my friends. I was talking to Ruby about it. And I was just like, I don't want to discourage you, but I really feel like I got a dud. Like, everybody likes this palette, and I'm just like, what am I doing wrong? So she was like, oh, but I want to get it. I was like, don't listen to me. I just know that I'm having trouble. So we're going to talk about this palette today. I'm going to try to do some looks. We're going to see how it goes. So this is not a bashing of the brand. This is literally like, what is going on with me that I can't figure this out? So she said, try some glitter glue. I have my NYX glitter glue. She recommended this, and the owner of the company actually wrote me back. Now, like I said, 2020 has been a hot mess. So I didn't realize that that was this year when I was talking about the palette later on this year. I was like, oh, when I went back to the emails, I was like, that was in January, but I never got around to it. So we're here today. It's Christmas time. I want to see. I really want to love this palette. It's so beautiful, but we'll have to see. So let's go ahead and jump in with some swatches, maybe 1 or 2 eye looks, see what we can get going here, okay? So first up, we have Gifts Galore. I mean, look at that green. Like, you know that is something I love. We have Milk and Cookies. We have Stocking Stuffers. Okay, we don't have Stocking Stuffers because that's still Milk and Cookies. Sorry, we have Stocking Stuffers. Like, you know me. I love a shade like that. Next up, we have Chimney. You know, I love a gray matte. Like I told you, the gray matte is like my friend that I don't see a lot, but when we see each other, we pick up like we never miss a beat. We have Under the Tree, and you know I love green. Once again, we have Pajamas. Look at that beautiful gold. Look at it. So pretty. Next up, we have Cozy Fire. Beautiful. And then we have Santa Sleigh. I mean, come on. This color story it's gorgeous. So let's see if we can get this palette working. So I'm going to bring you in closer so we can start these out. All right, so I brought you in closer. So before we get started, look, I have ears. Who does this remind you of? You guys watch Beauty and the Frisk? She was so nice and sent me this for Christmas. So look, okay, I should turn it around because the tag is right there. Okay, here we go. So can you even see them? Oh, I have to fix the tag situation. Let's see. Let's see. I don't want to cut it just yet. Let's see. And these are Disney theme park ears. So cute. Super, super cute. Okay. Ooh. Look, okay. So, I got my ears on. Okay, I got my brows on per usual. I'm about to throw on my Urban Decay Primer Potion shade Caffeine. Prime the lids. Just after doing the swatches, I definitely recommend that you do your face makeup last. I normally do anyway, but the shadows are very flaky. Like when I went in the bathroom to wipe the swatches off, like it was shadow falling everywhere. Literally shadow specks all over the sink and countertop. So I have to wipe it up. I mean, literally falling off my arm. So glitter glue will probably really be necessary. So we'll see. I think I am going to bring you in, guys, just a little bit more. You know, I like to have you guys here so you can really see what's going on with the shadows. So just so you can see, this is what the palette is looking like at the moment. And as you can see, a lot of flakiness. You know, I'm not generally harsh on my palettes. I'm going to go in with a Wayne Goss number 16 brush. We're going to pick up the first shade, Milk and Cookies. So I just remember when I used this that the shimmers gave me the most trouble, but this is going on very nicely as a matte shade. But if you look at Give Me Glow's Instagram, the shimmers are what draws you in, you know what I mean? Now, Milk and Cookies looks really nice. I'm not hating, like I said, this is not the hate on the palette. This is just showing you, like, I don't know. Like, I really want to like this palette, but I've been struggling. This is not my first time trying Give Me Glow. I have tried Give Me Glow on my channel before. I tried the Summer Vibes palette, and I did not have the same experience with the Summer Vibes palette. So I do know that this palette is dusty. Like, ooh, the amount of fallout is real. Look at what Milk and Cookies is looking like so far. I'm gonna take my BK Beauty 202 brush, smaller crease brush, and I'm gonna go in with the shade Under the Fire, because you already know, like, I gotta play with these greens. I don't know, it's bothering me dearly. So I'm gonna start blending it out. I don't know, at first, like, okay, the green seems a little patchier than normal, so I'm just going to build it up. And it's doing, like, I don't know. Now, when I tried the palette before, I know I did not use this dark green because I was going to work, so I was playing with the more neutral color scheme. Let's see if we can get that to stick. I'm gonna do some tapping actions because, as you can see, it's getting caught in, I guess, some of the finer lines of my eye. Now the color is very vibrant. Blends out, it gets a little bit deeper. I'm gonna go ahead and take this MAC synthetic brush. It's a 224 brush. I'm gonna dab in with a little bit more Milk and Cookies. That was the first shade, and try to buff this out. And I don't know, you guys see what I mean? I don't know. I just have weird vibes about it, to be honest. Changing brushes, going in with my Worker Pro by Sonia G. I am just going to take the opposite end that's not stained from the previous shadow I used. And I'm going to do what I normally do, and I'm just going to pack it right here. And I'm not going to touch it too much, because you really just need to, like, kind of pack this in, I feel like, and don't touch it. All right, that doesn't look too bad, but it's still like it's not hanging on right there. With this F75, this is a Sigma concealer brush. I'm gonna go in with my NYX, oh, okay, this is a pigment primer. Let me get my glitter primer. I picked up the wrong one. All right, now I got the right thing. Here is the glitter primer, if it will focus. Can we focus? There we go. There we go. This is a glitter primer. So I still have the same F75 brush by Sigma. And what I usually like to do with my glitter glue, I like to just kind of put a little bit on the brush. So there you go. And I'm going to start tapping it and spreading it out evenly on the lid. Now, there are certain palettes I use glitter glue with. I don't necessarily mind. So, I mean, if that's what I need to do to get this performed, then that's what I will do. I use this glitter glue when I use my Natasha Denona Gold palette, like that shade Lime Chrome. It just is so much more impactful when you use a glitter glue. I know a lot of people use glitter glue with their shimmers in regular life because maybe they have hooded eyes. I have hooded eyes, but I don't normally need to. And I really wasn't expecting to with this because, like, you see those swatches, you're like, what's going on? So I have it pretty even on the eye. This corner is still looking a little wonky. And before the glue starts drying and while it's still tacking, I'm going to go in with this BK Beauty 203. I'm going to go in with the green shade Gifts Galore. And say this shade is pretty okay. All right. Oh my gosh, that makes like a world of difference. Like, I'm not crazy about that matte, but using the glitter glue with this does make a world of difference. I still have quite a bit of fallout, as you can see. Okay, I'm just going to kind of smooth it out like I normally do in the crease. And I'm just going to kind of pull it out here to cover up where that matte is looking a little lackluster. But I do appreciate how this is staying so much better with the glitter glue. Changing our brushes, going in Sonia G Flat Definer brush. I am going to pop in with Santa Soleil. That is this beautiful silver shade. And I'm just going to tap a little right there, and that's sticky. I do have a little bit of glitter glue right here. And I'm just going to kind of work the two together. I really like Gifts Galore. I really like that green shade. I don't know how I like the performance, but I really like the color of it. I'm just going to take my finger and I'm going to go back in with Gifts Galore. Yeah, because it was looking a little crazy. It was just not, I don't know if it was the way the light was catching it. I would say this is pretty sloppy for me. Like, if you've been here before, you know my looks are not like this. Going back in with that MAC brush, I'm just going to try to do something here. Use it out, doing some circular motions. When we start blending it, it definitely goes away. So I'm gonna let that be. So this is what we're looking like, the first side. It's very foil, very high shine. Okay, let's do the other eye, then I'll do my face, and sometimes you just gotta pull everything together before you make a final decision. Going in with the shade Chimney, that beautiful gray matte. So I'm starting the crease and I'm going to just blend. And I'm just going to kind of try to take my time blending. The pigmentation is definitely there. It does get stuck a little bit on my lines. It kind of creates some lines that I don't even see, but I'm just going to kind of buff it out really good. Buff it out really well. That's better English. Okay, so that looks really pretty. I like the performance of this matte way better than the green. I like the color of the green. It's just, it starts fading a lot for me. I'm just gonna go kind of right in here. Right in here, I tend to lose shadow anyway, and like in my crease, only because of the hoodedness of my eyes. So, but I really like that tone a lot better. It blends out a lot better than the green matte. Now with the Worker Pro Sonia G, it's gonna pop in with Cozy Fire right here, and I'm gonna pick it up and put a little bit of this in the outer corner. Honestly, this might be questionable, okay? Me putting this red right here, but I kind of wanted to peek through a little bit of the other red matte, so we'll see. Other red, kind of coppery. I don't know. But that red, it doesn't stick at all. All right, I'm gonna go back in with my Sigma concealer brush, taking my glitter primer. It's a magical time full of kisses. Take a walk outside. All right, got the glitter primer down. Going back in, BK Beauty 203 brush. Going to take the shade Stocking Stuffers. You know this is a shade that I love. So let's see if we can get this to perform. Excuse me. So I'm gonna start tapping it. Okay, that's very pretty with the glitter glue, yeah. You definitely, like, it looks, I remember when I tried this before, I was very disappointed on how lackluster the shades were looking compared to swatches. I don't know, when I buy something, I want it to look just as great, if not better on my eyes than it looks in the swatches. Like, swatches doesn't help me. I'm wearing the eyeshadow on my eyes. So I'm very pleased with how this looks, this shade. I'm gonna see if I can get a little bit here to layer in the crease to kind of fuse it up. Color is gorgeous. You know I will wear this all over my lid. Like, no doubt about it. I wipe that brush off, and I'm gonna go in with Pajamas, which was the gold shade, and I'm gonna pop that. I'm not even sure if we got any to pick up on this brush. We'll see in a second. Gold is not doing anything for me, and it looks so opulent. Like, I can't get my nail in there, but I'm gonna take my Sephora glitter liner because, you know, it's a silicone liner, so it tends to pick up things really great. Like, you see, this is how it picks it up, so I can try to get, you know, this to perform better. And that does help the cause a lot, because there was no way I was going to reach in that tiny corner of my eyelid. I'm going to wipe that off. I'm going to go in with the flat definer just to try to smooth it out, get it to look like something, because it's literally all over the place. I'm gonna go back over a little bit with Stocking Stuffers, that's the cranberry shade, and try to, you know, that looks a lot better. All right, I'm gonna clean up my face and I'm gonna be back with the rest of my makeup. All right, I'm back. Lashes are on, face is together. I have my lipstick on in Toffee by Juvia's Place. Now, I must say, this pulled together very, very nicely, okay? I can't be mad about the looks. But, okay. So if you look here, I'm just like missing shadow right here. Like it's just faded away. Now, in the beginning, I thought the look was very sloppy. All I did was just take a makeup wipe and, you know, just wipe underneath my eyes. Fallout doesn't bother me. It's more so the performance of the shadows. I feel like this one kind of died down. It doesn't look as vibrant as it did before, but I feel like the eye looks very pretty. I like how the gold looks next to this particular shade. What was this? This is the cranberry shade, was called Stocking Stuffers right here. Now, I wish the gold was more opulent, more like had more shine to it, but next to the overall look is good. The overall look for this one is good. I would say the two mattes that I like in this palette, it's a flaky palette, so it's flaky. It's I don't know what. So the two mattes that I really like are Milk and Cookies and Chimney. I really like this shade right here. I like how it's performed. But I would say that if you have texture on your lids, excuse me, that this might not be the formula for you, because right here I feel like I could just see like a vein going down my eyelid. I really like this color. I think what I'm going to do regarding this palette is like I will play with the shimmers using the glitter glue. The glitter glue really helped the cause. Like when I tried this palette without that glitter glue, it was literally falling off. You need something to catch these shadows or make them adhere to your eyes. Like it's just not going to work. Because I remember trying it, I was just like, what in the world? I have all the right tools. I'm using my finger. I'm using synthetic. I'm using concealer brushes. Usually brushes like this, they can pick up pretty much anything. Usually the Sephora glitter line can pick up anything. I use this all the time with Huda products, you know, very foiled shadows, texture shadows. But this I was really struggling with. But I like it so much better with the glitter glue. I think what I will continue to do is just maybe use these two mattes, play with the foiled shades, and use a glitter glue, or just incorporate other mattes from my collection. I have a lot of Color Rain mattes. I have a lot of Sydney Grace mattes, and go that route. As far as the performance, I mean, I don't know if it's worth it, like, to be honest. Like, I have very mixed opinions. I just feel like it's a lot of work for this palette. I don't mind working because, you know, like, I do use the Pat McGrath palettes, but I'm so accustomed to that formula now, and I feel like you don't get half of the fallout, and kind of what you see is what you get with Pat McGrath, where this brand is not the same because it's not applying the same on the eyes. And for me, it really left like a bad taste in my mouth. I was like, dang, everybody likes this palette, but I can't get it to work for me. So I'm glad, like, my second shot at it was so much better. I will tinker with this palette and probably give you, when I do my palette updates, my third volume of that, I will let you know how I feel about that. When I tried give me one second. When I tried this particular palette, which is the Summer Vibes palette, I did not have that issue. And you can see I've jumped into this palette. I've used it a couple of times. Like, the formula was just it's so much easier to work with and a lot more opulent versus these particular shimmers where you have so much, I want to say it's the mica that's making it so foiled, but it doesn't translate well on the eyes. And to me, like, the swatches could look whatever, funky, but as long as it looks good on the eyes, it's great. This formula is so much better right here. Like, it's just so much easier to use. The mattes are better in this particular palette. I don't know if it has something to do with particular colors, but Give Me Glow is not, they're no stranger to color. So, I don't know. I'm just stuck in a hard place when it comes to this bad boy. I think the color scheme is gorgeous. I want to say this retails about $48, $54. I will put the price range somewhere on the screen, either in the opening or right in the beginning. No. So, I don't know. When it comes to this, my honest opinion is like, it's just okay. This is not my favorite formula at all. It's very hard to work with. The color story is absolutely gorgeous though, so it makes it really disappointing that it just doesn't perform as well. I felt like it was really hard to get the shadows down. This is not a palette where you like trying to run out the door. It ain't gonna happen. Like, you need to spend some time and some effort putting this on. Overall, like I said, I feel like my eye look is very, very pretty. It came together at the end of the day. this matte right here is disappointing. How it's just like it's fading away into nothing. Even with the packing and the stippling method before blending out, it's just gone. So, but I mean, I tried and I'm glad I gave it another go, because at least now I know I can deal with the shimmers. Because like when you look at Give Me Glow, you're like, the shimmers, like the shimmers are so beautiful. So I haven't tried the rose palettes, like Vintage Rose. I haven't tried Vivid Rose either. I thought those were very beautiful, but I have so many rose palettes in my collection because, you know, Pat McGrath did rose all year long and part of last year. So I was just like, I don't need to get another rose theme palette in my collection. But overall, I'm really digging this shade and I'm glad I got it to perform well. But I don't know. I don't know if this particular palette is really for me. So let me know down below if you have this palette. Do you feel differently? I feel like when I looked at other videos, people had a way different experience with the palette. So I feel a little frustrated in that because I really wanted to love this palette. Let me know if you have this palette. Do you have a different feeling? Do you get a different vibe? Let me know if this video was helpful. If you were thinking about purchasing this palette, I would really love to know. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and hit the notification bell so you know when I come out with another video, which should be very, very soon. And you already know what time it is. It's time for the chair dance. Hey, 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 chair dance. Jingle bells, Santa's coming. Hey, Santa's come. I had to get that in there. That Alexander O'Neal sleigh ride, that is my song. All right, y'all. Bye.